Hello, I'm back again with another video. Do apologise for all the traffic in the background, and again, clinical setup, but this should be the last clinical setup you're seeing, as by now I am probably currently on my way to Australia, which is crazy. I've never been there before, and also, why did I not realise how far away Australia actually is? That is wild, but it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be great, so let's get on with this video. So today's video isn't so much about reading. It definitely has book elements in it, but I just thought I wanted to say a little bit about Vietnam. Since being in Vietnam, I've really enjoyed my time here. We've only visited one city, Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon, whichever you prefer to call it. And it's definitely an experience. It's definitely different to Thailand, where we've just been, but also different to England as well. On the whole, it's definitely its own vibe. I really love Vietnam, and I definitely would want to come back and experience some other places as well. A lot of people tell me about Hanoi, which is the capital, which is up north, and also Hoi An as well, which is in the center. So it would be really nice. I think perhaps in the future, I would maybe like to do a trip starting in the north, ending up in the center perhaps. We've done some really cool things, seen some of the famous buildings, landmarks, and also learned a lot of history. For those of you who know me, I love history, but this maybe is a new thing to you as well. So if you are new here, we talk about books. Sometimes we waffle and ramble about life, throw in a few vlogs there. Usually I am reading, so that is a general theme. But also this is just me being me, talking about my life. So if you find it interesting for whatever reason, then come along for the journey, you know? Buckle in and press that subscribe button. Come on, you know you want to do it. Treat yourself, treat yourself. Ooh, you made me blush. As I mentioned in my video yesterday, I talked about my thoughts on the tale or the Song of Cure, depending on which translation you're following. And I feel like that has really improved my time here as well, because I feel like being able to read some of the literature has really helped me relate to the culture and the traditions of the people who are around me. And I feel like that's been something really important. So, you know, if you're struggling to connect with the city that you're in, maybe that could be a good way for you to kind of break through that barrier and sort of understand a little bit more about the place, rather than just reading a Wikipedia page or Reddit, whatever comes up. I feel like the literature can speak a lot about cultures, but also a lot about the people, especially popular literature that pretty much everyone has read. Ho Chi Minh City is really busy on the roads. When we were in Thailand, we thought the driving was wild, the driving was crazy, and it was intense, especially in Bangkok. Ho Chi Minh City is like 10 times, no, maybe not 10 times, but 5 to 7 times more busy than Bangkok. But it just works. The systems work, everyone beeps, everyone gets out of each other's way, and it just makes the traffic flow nicer. I can't explain it. I feel like the reason we get so much traffic in England is because people just don't know how to drive, but also a lot of people get road rage. And I think that makes the situations worse. Whereas here, if someone cuts in front of you, they cut in front of you, that's that. And you let them go. It just is what it is. But everyone kind of accepts that and everyone kind of moves on. And that is also part of the culture, especially in Thailand as well. This is the same. I genuinely have never been stuck in a traffic jam in Thailand or Ho Chi Minh City based on road rage or people not letting each other go or any other reason, except for sheer weight of traffic. There's just so many cars on the road at that time. That is the only reason, and I feel like never got stuck at a roundabout because it just works, the system works, and honestly, thumbs up, they got it sorted, honestly. I would really recommend visiting Vietnam. On the whole, it feels quite safe. The people can be a little bit intense in terms of they definitely try to get money from tourists more than in Thailand. For example, in Thailand, everyone, for the most part, is very friendly. They greet you, they say thank you. Obviously, you learn the Thai greetings. Everybody is very respectful of each other. Whereas here, it's slightly different. It's definitely a hustle vibe. People are constantly trying to sell, and I understand that because the currency has a lot of big numbers on it, but it has very little value. So I understand why they do that, but it's definitely a little bit more intense, especially when you first land in the airport, Ho Chi Minh City. Literally come out, everyone's like screaming at you, taxi, SIM card, everything, and you're like, okay. Don't let that deter you, don't let that vibe change your thoughts, because the actual people, if you need help or if you go on some kind of tour, everybody really does want to help you out, and especially when we went to one of the night markets, everyone was really helpful. If we said no, that we didn't want their food or we didn't want to try something, they weren't horrible about it. They didn't kind of kick off. They were just like, okay, and you can move away. So I feel like it's certainly a different culture. They will push it on you, but they won't be offended if you don't go for it, if that makes sense. I'll just tell you a little funny anecdote and then we'll finally end this video because I've been waffling for a while. So we came out of our hotel on Sunday, nice and early, about 7:30, where we picked up for our tour, and this lady, I'm gonna say she was maybe 60s, 70s, came up to us and she was just trying to sell us a fan, trying to sell us some magnets, and we were like, babes, no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. And honestly, the sheer willpower of this woman, she was just going. I genuinely think if our transfer hadn't come to pick us up, we would have been there with her for half an hour. She'd be like, take a look at this, take a look at this. Oh, you need this, here you go. Fan, you need this. And honestly, respecting the grind, respecting the hustle, she was iconic. Granted, she was charging an extortionate price, definitely because we were tourists. Very easy targets. We're just standing on the street, you know, we don't seem like we have a purpose or anywhere to be. So she came over to us, and at first you're kind of like, oh, this, you don't know how it's gonna go, but honestly she was so sweet and she just kept going, and we were like, babes, I'm really sorry, but we don't actually even have the cash at this moment in time. We just got here, we need to go to an ATM. There was so much going on. I think we only had like one massive note, and we were like, I don't think we want to chance our one note on this situation. We kind of politely kept saying, no thank you so much, but we're okay, blah blah. And finally our tour guide shows up and she kind of walks off, and we just afterwards, Brian and I kind of looked at each other and was like, wow, she was not giving up. It was kind of intimidating because it was a lot, it was a bit intense, but at the same time it made me have massive respect for her because she was just going out there, she was going for it. And I just thought that if she can try and sell fans every day, why can't I have the courage to do things I want to do? For example, make YouTube videos, you know, get started with some future ideas about the book club, wink wink, coming soon, fingers crossed. You know, really just putting time and effort into this YouTube channel to really try and grow and get a bigger community of readers all together. So this is how this video kind of relates to reading, but kind of doesn't. I feel like being here has really made me understand the privilege of the situation that I'm in, and whilst I do honestly love it here, I can't wait already to come back. Genuinely, in my head I'm already planning to come back to Thailand and back to Vietnam as well, especially as I told you to visit some other cities too. I just feel like it really made me be like, yes, I can do this, I can put in the work and I can go for it. So this is what you got, a lovely video to express those ideas. But I think you've heard me rattle on for long enough. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a little sit down chat, you know, we like to do that every now and then on this channel. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Go on, give it a click. You know you want to, come on. I'll be back again tomorrow for another video, as I always do. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoyed the chat. And as always, until tomorrow, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Clinical setup. Bye bye Vietnam, my boy.